Alright boys, welcome back to the Black Clover mobile video, and it's quite fitting we have a certain character on screen because this is definitely going to throw off some people's summons and summon plans for obviously Spirit Dive Yuno, and that is you just basically confirmed, I believe the Taiwanese account over on Twitter has just confirmed that we are going to be getting Spirit Dive Yuno and also Black ASTA as a rerun banner. Now, to clarify, these are two separate banners. I doubt they're going to put them on the same one. So this is a bit of a tricky situation because honestly, I still feel like Black ASTA is probably still better than Spirit Dive Yuno, and we'll talk about it in a second. But as a character generally summoned for, if you are like a new returning player, if you haven't picked up Black ASTA, I might even want to say that it's probably better to pick up Black ASTA than Spirit Dive Yuno. You saw it on screen, and you can see it now as well. This is the post. Once again, I don't know what it says. It actually makes sense now, actually, because you see the actual icon above me. That is Yuno's actual, wing, and Asta's wing as well, in the right actual locations too. So yeah, let's quickly talk about it. Is Spirit Dive Yuno worth it? I mean, I think so still. Spirit Dive Yuno, if you are someone who's already got Black ASTA like myself, 5-star dupes, I mean, sure, I can get a bit more on the skill page, but generally that's not going to make that much of a difference. It's only going to be an extra 6% increased damage, which to be fair does stack up per defense, but generally don't really care too much. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to be going for Spirit Dive Yuno, but I think if you are a returning player and you're someone who's still new, you probably get more value just picking up obviously Black ASTA, because he can, I feel like, get more use in terms of definitely PVE content is by far the biggest thing. And I think the one thing that, especially if you have Witch Queen, who is also on the banners, you could also pick her up too. But the actual Core of Illusion, which to be fair is a one-time event, and it is what it is. You can do this without Black ASTA. I believe you can do it mostly with like Noel and Julius, but you gotta like build up your gear, have certain teams, certain characters. You can really go in here with like just the Black ASTA himself to make it easier. You can obviously bring the Witch Queen and obviously Charlotte from season 4, and it's super easy. You're gonna get so much rewards, free gems, free actual UR accessories too, if you haven't obviously done it, especially as a new player. Where Spirit Dive, you might be able to get work in certain teams, especially if you do fully max them out. I spoke about it a lot, but like this skill page is massively important to get it fully maxed out. Very much like Leona, where you go from having a chance to a 100% chance to do what the skill page actually wants to do here, which is going to be a 20% chance upwards to a 100% chance, which is really what you want to get to. So 4 or 5-star is the goal for Spirit Dive Yuno if you plan to use the character to get that SP buff, so you can keep on recycling your actual ultimates. Where if you go to like Black ASTA, you only need a skill page once. I mean, granted, it's going to be a little bit annoying not to have your duped out, and the more dupes it is, the better. But like, you get that value, especially like for PvE content. But you get that increased damage dealt. It's not like a chance. So I think, honestly, like I said, if you are like a fully new player, the best thing to do is obviously, I think, go for Black ASTA. Probably skip out on Spirit Dive Yuno, or if you have enough gems, maybe pick up both if you can. Now, obviously, the reason why most people are looking forward to Spirit Dive Yuno is for two main reasons. One, there's not really anything crazy coming out for a while. It's literally just Spirit Dive Yuno, and after that, it's literally just gonna be Noel. So, in terms of like saving, with the saving since Leona, this is the best time to summon. But also, so Valkyrie Arm in the world is going to be coming out, and if you want to use her properly, I'll talk about it probably in a later video as well, but you can use Valkyrie on the world with other defenders. The passive does restrict her to where she doesn't get her massive DPS buffs, but Black ASTA, Leona as like fully maxed out, they are still pretty good characters. You can actually still use Valkyrie Arm in the world with them. You're just not going to make Valkyrie Arm in the world the big DPS, although I'm not too sure if you want to do that. With the wait and see when she actually comes out. If you actually want to make it so she is the only defender in the team at that point, then obviously Spirit Dive Yuno is the best partner. But yeah, other than that, there is some benefits too, and that is the fact that we are getting a skill page to return. So if you are someone like me, for example, which you want to get duped out, you've already done your ASTA summons, then you can go in and summon the skill page, especially if you missed it, because once again, that's the most important thing. I'm sure there can be a few people out there that summoned for Black ASTA, maybe even got them dupes out, but didn't get a skill page, because once again, it wasn't guaranteed. I mean, I guess it was after 20 summons on the actual, banner where you could summon for it, but then also trying to get Black ASTA as well. That is a lot of gems. So maybe right now you haven't gotten Black ASTA skill page. At least now you can hopefully guarantee you have a chance to get it again, which is going to be obviously very good. Especially now that we know that we're going to be getting a 999 reroll banner, which basically means you can reroll 999 times and save your best summon and pick whatever you want, obviously assuming you pulled it, which with the way to see who the lineup actually is, I'm going to assume that we're not going to be getting Vanessa Nessa and Zora because they just came out. To get them away for free would be obviously outrageous. But, you know, it's been some time since we've gotten, obviously, Witch Queen and Fauna. It might be possible, it would be a pretty smart idea, actually, to actually reroll, put them in the banner, Witch Queen and Fauna. To where if you are a new and returning player, you can hopefully, obviously, guarantee the Witch Queen, get the best component for, obviously, Black Asta, and have a pretty deadly combo that you can use in PP still. Obviously, it's still going to be meta for like 2-3 months until we do get Valkyrie Owen as well. And even still, like I said, the PvE content, like every content I use, like you can see in my teams right now. Like we just got this new raid boss that just came out today, which is going to give us obviously a skill page. And for the teams that I do use, obviously during part 5, and I'm sure people use it on part 6 as well. You can see it right here saved. It's literally like what I've been saying. It's going to be obviously the classic one-hit combo with obviously Riot and then Black Asta. These are literally the only 2 big boy DPSs that can like one-shot bosses. Spirit Dive Yuno isn't really doing that. He's going to have some good damage, and his use is obviously PvP. And I guess maybe some Hollow Illusions, but most of us have probably finished that by now, especially with Black Asta being out. So yeah, boys, that is probably going to wrap up today's video. Like I said, if you are a new player, we'll do a shoot you summon that once again, it to change things up drastically here. Like if you are a new player and you're just getting in for the first time, I definitely probably prioritize Black Asta. And if you have any gems left over, then maybe pick up obviously Spirit Dive, you know, just to have them a little bit. And then the final thing I'll say, which is probably not going to happen, but you know, we might as well mention anyway, and that is the combine attack. I'm sure most of you don't know how this game works by now, but you can link characters together to get a combo attack, but you get a special animation and a different skill effect when you do put 2 specific characters together. And obviously over on JP, Spirit Dive Yuno is already out, and so is Black Asta, so we know Black Asta and Spirit Dive Yuno don't have a combine attack. And I'd say the main problem with the combine attack is that they don't release together. Like the last one we got was, I think, Riot and Link, who released together. So I get the idea on JP where it's kind of hard to release Black Asta, have the character as he is, and then 2 months later get Spirit Dive, you know. And for them to give the combo attack when you might be able to have Black Asta, it's a bit of a confusing situation where I think the fact that Global is changing up a little bit and releasing both together, I mean, that is a perfect time and would be a pretty cool addition towards the Global side. And maybe JP gets it too, especially since it's their first anniversary. Maybe they get it as well. I mean, overall, it'd be better for the game if they actually got it, and it'll probably change the meta, especially if it is a powerful combo where you're not maybe using Black Asta on the Monroe team, and maybe instead using it with obviously Spirit Dive, you know. Like there's a lot they can do with that can change the meta crazy. So boys, let me know what you think. Are you excited for the Black Asta rerun? I'm sure most of my returning subscribers have probably already gotten him and probably sick and tired of him a little bit, so most of us will be summoned for Spirit Dive, you know. But hey, half anniversary, people are gonna be getting back into the game. Getting Black Asta is gonna be it's gonna be a nice pickup. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.